Forgiveness is a virtue, they say. But Nietzsche never said that. In fact, he believed the opposite. He believed that forgiving certain people is not kindness. It is weakness disguised as morality. It is you slowly handing over your power to someone who already showed you they don't deserve it. Today, we explore 7 acts of disrespect that Nietzsche believed no strong person should ever forgive. Not out of hatred, not out of revenge, but out of self-respect. 1. The person who humiliates you in public. Nietzsche had a name for this kind of person. He called them the herd, people who tear others down in front of an audience, do it for one reason only, to establish dominance, to make you small so they feel tall. Nietzsche wrote, and I'm paraphrasing, that the will to power can either build or destroy. The person who humiliates you publicly has chosen destruction. And here is the truth nobody tells you. When you forgive public humiliation, you are not showing strength. You are teaching them that they can do it again. Distance is not cruelty. Distance is the answer of a person who knows their worth. 2. The person who lies to your face. Nietzsche despised one thing above all else: dishonesty dressed as virtue. When someone looks you in the eye and lies, they are not just deceiving you, they are telling you something about what they think of you. They think you are too weak to handle truth. They think you are manageable. Nietzsche believed truth, no matter how brutal, was sacred. A person who lies to you repeatedly has already made a decision. They have decided your trust is something to exploit. You do not forgive a wolf for eating. It is simply what it is. You just stop letting it in. 3. The person who crosses your boundaries repeatedly. Setting a boundary once takes courage, but the real test is what happens after. Nietzsche understood that most people are not malicious. They are simply testing, always testing, to see how much you will tolerate, to see where your limits actually are. When someone crosses your boundary once, perhaps they didn't understand. When they cross it twice, they understood perfectly. They simply chose themselves over you. Forgiveness here is not grace, it is permission. 4. The person who treats you as an option. You know this feeling. You reach out. Silence. Then when they need something, suddenly you exist again. Nietzsche spoke of those who consume without contributing. He called them the last men, small, comfortable, taking. When someone treats you as a backup plan, they have already shown you your rank in their life, and no amount of patience, no amount of understanding will move you up that list. Because to them, you were never a person. You were a resource. Walk away without explanation. That is the most Nietzschean thing you can do. 5. The person who manipulates your kindness. This one is the most dangerous, because it starts with your greatest strength, your ability to care, to give, to understand, and they turn it into a weapon against you. Nietzsche warned about slave morality, the idea that weakness dresses itself as virtue. The manipulator does the same. They present their need as your obligation. They make you feel guilty for having boundaries. They make you feel selfish for protecting yourself. Every time you forgive a manipulator, you are not healing the relationship, you are funding it. 6. The person who betrays your loyalty. Loyalty, for Nietzsche, was one of the highest values. Not loyalty born from fear or obligation, but loyalty freely given, between people of equal strength. When someone betrays that, they have not just broken a promise, they have revealed who they truly are. And here's the part that stings. They were always this person. You just refused to see it. Forgiveness and betrayal is not always wrong, but returning to the same dynamic always is. 7. The person who dismisses your emotions as weakness. You're too sensitive. Stop overreacting. Why do you take everything so personally? Nietzsche would call this what it is, an act of domination. When someone dismisses your emotional reality, they are not helping you grow stronger. They are telling you that your inner world does not matter, that their comfort is more important than your truth. A person who cannot sit with your pain was never capable of truly being with you. That is not someone to forgive and return to. That is someone to understand and release. Nietzsche never preached hatred, he preached self-mastery, and part of self-mastery is knowing what to release. Not every person who wrongs you deserves your war, but not every person who wrongs you deserves your presence either. The strongest thing you can do is simply stop explaining yourself. Stop waiting for an apology that will never come, and start protecting the only thing that was always yours: your energy, your time, your self-respect. If this video made you think differently about forgiveness, you already know what to do. Subscribe, because there is more truth coming.